Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are very happy to have a colleague here, Mr. Liang Sea Fong from St. Andrew's Secondary School, to come to talk to us about mentoring and specifically how he has been using artificial intelligence in his mentoring process. So thank you very much, Sea Fong, for joining us today. Maybe before we get into the conversation, can you maybe introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. Hi, everyone. Sea Fong from St. Andrew's Secondary. I've been toying with the idea of using AI in mentoring for a while. So I'm very glad to have met Damon via our South Zone IMP NLC. So here I am today trying to share about the experience I've been using the chatbot that Damon created.
Sea Fong is also a senior teacher for English literature, and he is also an instructional mentor as well. Yeah, so let's get into our first question of the day. Okay, so Sea Fong, I understand that you have been using artificial intelligence in your mentoring process. Could you share with us, why did you actually adopt using AI during your mentoring? Can you let our audience have a better idea why you went about doing that?
Sure. Okay. I have been an instructional mentor for some 7 years now. The train I am. Then, I'm thankful to AST for this, mentoring towards pedagogical excellence. So I've been using the tools. So I'm quite well versed with whatever that we need to do in terms of IMP. But as someone who has been toying with AI over the last 2 years in terms of using it to teach, learn, assess, right? So I was looking at how can we make use of AI to tap on the affordances of technology to help us in mentoring, because sometimes in the school setting, it can get a bit lonely at times. You're on your own and you've been trying to engage a mentee, and there are certain things that you've been doing. So you would like to see how else can we do things maybe a bit different. So I think AI has been quite handy, especially, I learned that, Damon has created this chatbot by feeding into pair chat all the relevant documents, the CIMA from the AST IMP side of things, as well as other research papers. So I think those are very helpful for me. Yeah.
Thank you, Sea Fong. So, Sea Fong, can you maybe share with us how has AI, improved your mentoring process when you do your mentoring with your mentees? Has it, made it more effective?
Okay.
Has it made it more efficient?
Yeah, totally spot on. Because prior to that, after using the tools and all those things, you have a certain sort of a standard approach to it. But sometimes, especially when we are given mentees who are of unalike subject, so this is where sometimes you may be struggling, how on earth do I actually engage this mentee in a more effective manner? And bingo, thanks to the chatbot, I was able to be clear in sharing my difficulties faced or challenges that I face. So I had this mentee who is actually a biology teacher, right? CS1 and then English CS2. So how can I, engage this mentee, right? So AI was able to give me a very good questionnaire of sorts to begin. So I really liked it because it allows me to get to know how to engage, especially a mentee with unalike subjects.
Oh, okay. So you are saying that you actually use that AI assistant to come up with some questionnaires to help you get your mentee to answer those questionnaires, and therefore after that help you to have a better understanding of your mentee before you go into the mentoring process with him.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
Right. So especially when it comes to the mentee was asking, right, there are certain things quite science related, pedagogy, right? So in the past, I would just be trying to, share with you, okay, I did this for my literature class, maybe you can try that, right? That would be something that I could offer. But now, with the AI, I was able to fit into the concerns and the questions that my mentee had. So AI was able to suggest certain things. Perhaps it could do this and that. So it gave a few good activities that then me and my mentee, we sat down together and we looked at it together, and mentee was looking at this option, okay, may not work, option B may work, and then option C, all right, he will try out in certain way. And bingo, it's like we had the session in the morning about 9 o'clock, and he was able to carry out the lesson activity. It's like in the afternoon class, I think 1 o'clock or something like that. So in the past, it would have been different. I mean, I have to go and look for my resources, or share with him something that may not so be relevant for his science class. Yeah.
So sounds like the chatbot has actually helped you support the needs of the mentee in a much faster way.
Yes.
Yeah, compared to last time where you actually had to go back and maybe do some research with regards to the queries that your mentees have before going back to him or her, which might take maybe 2-3 days.
That's right.
Yeah, so what you have done is that you asked the chatbot to actually sift out some suggestions, and then you can quickly go back to your mentee and provide some of the suggestions that the chatbot has provided you, and the mentee can maybe enact some of the suggestions that you provided to him or her in which the mentee can actually enact in the next lesson already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, I was very open in my mentee because I had him for like one semester. So I was doing this in the beginning of semester 2. So I said, look, we've been doing our face-to-face. So now I have discovered something using AI. Would you like to try? So he was keen to play along. So we sat down together in front of the computer. So I was just typing in the queries and all that. In fact, I was asking him to help along and like, okay, exactly what is it that you want? So you just type it in, and then after that, it generated something. We examine, we look at it together, and then we discuss, would this work? Why not? And that kind of a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't let the AI totally, provide all the solutions for your
No.
mentee, right?
Yeah, it was just a suggestion given. Yeah. So you may try this, try that, and all that. So my mentee was looking at it, and then so I was also talking through with him, like how it might look like in your class. So that's why he was confident enough to try out, immediately in the afternoon itself. It's very fast, so it's very convenient and efficient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
So, has your mentee shared with you whether what he has tried out was successful or not so successful?
Yeah. Okay. So there was one. I think it was a DI kind of a thing that he was looking at, and I think he was looking at like how to actually motivate those who are a higher ability versus those who are low progress kind of a thing. So so AI was able to give him like some suggestion. He carried out the activity, and he saw from there exactly where the students are at, and then where they need help in, and then he was able to I suggested to him like how to involve the higher ability to be teaching the lower progress. So he was able to carry it out also. So it was quite clear. I think he used an SLS or one of those other platform that he used, and he was able to see for himself that. Then he had the ability to assess for himself, okay, whether the lesson works or not. And he reported that yes, he really appreciated that, and he was able to see where they're learning at.
Sounds like some of the suggestions that the AI assistant actually provided did support the mentee in coming up with differentiated strategies to stretch the higher ability students within his class, as well as to support the learning of the students who are progressing more slowly during the lesson or curriculum itself.
Right.
I see. Yeah. So let's move back a little bit. When we use the AI mentoring assistant to support the mentees in their learning as well as their improvement in terms of pedagogical usage in lessons. What are some of the concerns that we should have when we use AI to support our mentoring process? Because I think some of our colleagues may have this burning question whereby can AI actually overtake what we do as mentors? What kind of guardrails can we actually provide so that we don't let the AI basically overtake us in how we actually mentor our mentees?
Yes, that's a very good question to ask, because at the end of the day, AI literacy is key. So we need to be aware that yes, AI is just a partner, right, a thinking partner. So we should not let it control us. At the end of the day, we are the ones who know the context best. We know the ground much better. So exactly like when we are asking something, whether or not it works, so we have the sort of like experience to imagine, okay, how it might pan out in the classroom. But of course, we will allow the mentee to be looking at it, and at the same time talk through with the mentee to see when he or she carries this out in the classroom, how will it be like, and what are the potential pitfalls or challenges that he or she might need to look at. At the same time, when it comes to AI, of course, privacy is key. So again, we will not be using real names. So again, we keep all these things in mind, and then we do not compromise on the privacy identity. Then another guardrail will be, of course, at the end of the day, it's a human oversight. So we are in control. So we definitely will be the ones to make the final call. We will evaluate. So whatever AI gives us, we must always check to make sure that it is making sense and really useful and not harming anyone.
So the key idea is that AI is always there just to be our assistant, and to maybe augment the entire the mentoring process, but it must not take over us in providing the suggestions,
That's right,
as well as the guidance, okay, for our mentees. We are the ones, okay, that will need to be doing the face-to-face conversations with our mentees lah. So that, I think, from what I hear, is the key thing. And whatever output that the AI provides, we have to look through it, analyze it before we provide our suggestions and our guidance when we speak to our mentees.
That's right. So in a way, I am thankful that I got actually a science teacher as a mentee, in a sense. Okay, whatever that's generated it seems more like maybe like an X-ray film, or like a scientific report. So we are looking at it together, right? So it's not a case of like replacing me, it's just augmenting, right? So in the past, yes, again, you have to crack your head hard, like, think of everything, and then it's just coming from your mouth. So in fact, the face-to-face, the human touch is very key. In fact, my mentee says that he values it very much. He says that he values the fact that I'm able to like sit down with him, go through with him all these things, hear him out, the reflection. He is someone who reflects a lot, and he totally loves this reflection aspect of this. And it's easier for me to do because I can always generate questions for him to reflect on, after what he has done. So recently I created something as well. During the oral exam week, where I had no time to meet him, so I was able to just generate something on the fly. I said, okay, my mentee has done certain thing, and I want some questions for him to reflect on. And then so bingo, I've got something, send it to him, so he'll be reflecting on it on himself, and then the next time we meet, we'll be sitting down together, we'll be talking about that. So, instead of like missing one session of IMP, but now I am able to get him to reflect on his own, so that when we come and talk, it's like really guided, reflection in that sense.
More productive during your conversations also, right?
That's right.
And I think I can see another benefit is that you are the subject that you teach is different from your mentee.
Definitely.
So the AI actually supports you in providing suggestions on how you can better support the mentee in teaching his particular subject. Otherwise, you might again need to go and research a lot more before you come back to him with regards to the queries, issues, or problems that he or she may have. Another question that I have is that should mentors have this fear of losing out or in not using AI? Should they FOMO or not? Because some mentors may feel that, hey, I'm not so ready to use AI. Should they FOMO? Should they FOMO and then after that quickly get into using AI to support mentoring?
So I guess there's no compulsion, all right? So there's IMP people, they're very nice. Okay, they have given us all the tools. If you're comfortable with that, just go ahead. But I think I see this AI mentoring is more like an augmentation. Right, so it's definitely not a replacement. It is not replacing whatever that we have learned from the ASD, IMP branch. So again, I wouldn't ask people to just go in because it is there, but go in just maybe to have a taste of it. Even if you're not, let's say, using it directly with your mentee straight away, maybe you can just go to the chatbot and say exactly what Damon has just said, right? I'm new to this. I'm quite cautious about using AI mentoring. So how do I go about it? Trust me. In fact, I've been getting very good questionnaire. Going back to the questionnaire that I was talking about. Okay, I was just mentioning about like, okay, my mentee, because we cannot meet face to face, I need a questionnaire because recently he has been assigned a very huge task to do in school, and I want him to reflect on that. Very good. I mean, AI was saying, okay, consider the fact that you can't be doing it face to face. Okay, here's what you need to do. Da, da, da. And it's really good because it's giving me suggestion. So up to me to really customize how I want to use it later. And ultimately, it is very grounded in all the AST materials as well as the research thing. So the whatever is generated will link back to like, hey, let's go back to the classroom, the pedagogy and all that. So how do we ensure that the mentee is developing well? Let's say he has done well in this particular area of like organizing a big event for the school, and how does that translate back to his classroom teaching pedagogy? So I love it. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to the next session to look at the reflection from my mentee. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Liang Sea Fong. So I think when I created that mentoring AI assistant, right, I also made sure that in my instruction to the assistant that the way it produces the output should be aligned to the mentoring language that is being espoused by AST. So what the output that the AI assistant comes up with is very much aligned to the mentoring strategies, the mentoring language, okay, and the mentoring philosophy that AST promotes.
Yes.
So when we use that AI mentoring assistant to support our mentoring process, it doesn't go too far off with what we should be doing when we have conversations with our mentees itself.
So it serves very well, because going back to my personal experience with another mentee, a beginning teacher a few years back, because sometimes, let's say in a less structured setting, you may get carried away. So I was focusing on, we were talking about, when you ask a mentee, is there something that you want to discuss? And then straight away the mentee will bring up something about CCA. So we'll be talking about CCA and all that. Then, we do not actually link back to the pedagogy in the classroom kind of a thing. So whereas this one, it is at the back of my mind that it is all about like all linking it back to the pedagogy in the classroom.
Actually, even when we conduct CCAs, right, there should be some kind of pedagogy involved as well. Because even though we may not be the coach that is conducting the entire CCA sessions, after the training, sometimes we as teachers need to do some facilitation to help students make sense of their experience during the training session, which actually involves some kind of pedagogy. So the mentoring assistant that you have been using has data from the STP. Which has 24 teaching areas as well as various pedagogy within it. So when we checked in with the AI assistant with regards to what are some pedagogical approaches or strategies that we can use to facilitate reflection, for example, after a CCA training, it does provide suggestions that is aligned as well to the STP.
Nice.
So when we have the mentoring conversations with regards to CCA that your mentee actually puts up, right? It doesn't go far off what STP wants.
That's right.
Or what STP actually encourages.
That's right. So that's the beauty of it, because if it's like, before using this, sometimes I'll just go in and things may just get carried away. And you just be talking about, the social emotional thing. As opposed to like, hey, it's the pedagogy thing that we're looking at, in IMP altogether.
Not that talking about social emotional issues are not important, but what kind of pedagogy can actually help our students develop those social emotional competencies. I think that is something that is more important. One more question. before we end off our conversation today. And that is, which do you think is more important? Using the AI itself to support the mentoring process, or being grounded first in how to go about doing mentoring well before using the AI? So another way of putting it is, should we just go straight into using the AI to help us with mentoring, or should we ground ourselves with regards to the mentoring process before engaging the AI mentoring assistant? Which is more important?
Okay, I think because the keyword is augmentation, so therefore definitely we need to be grounded in the practice of mentoring first. We know the processes well, so that whatever that is given to us, we are able to assess it in a enlightened manner of thoughts, right? So we know whether, hey, is this aligned with whatever that we've been trained for in other IMP? So, or not. So I think so far I've been able to see that, yes, it is definitely aligned with whatever that I've gone through in terms of IMP training. So therefore, I can see that, yes, this is adding value in that sense, because it is allowing me to do certain things that I should be doing, and that in a way that, I've never thought of before. Because with the augmentation, I'm able to see things, yes, oh, okay, it could have been done this way, right? Not to discredit AST, I mean, those tools are useful, but in the past, it's always like the tools that we have, right, the forms, and that's it, because other than that, you have to really be thinking on your feet, like, okay, how else could I make it better? So now with the AI, I have a partner, a tutor, to sort of like, give me something that I can run with.
You're saying that we should always be grounded with the mentoring process and the mentoring language that we use during the mentoring sessions with our mentees first, before using the AI to augment that process.
That's right.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just stating my own opinion. Otherwise, we will be led by the nose by the AI. Yeah. And that's definitely a very valid point. I would also just want to add that because the AI mentoring assistant, is fed with the data that is from AST, as well as the STP, with the mentoring processes, the mentoring languages used by AST, as well as the STP. I would say that we have AST right beside us.
That's right.
As we do our mentoring process. So if we have any queries, right, instead of calling up someone from AST to ask for help, we can go straight to so-called AST and use the AI to find out what are some of the things that we may need a little bit more support with.
That's right.
When we are doing the mentoring.
Yeah. Definitely is a support. It's the comfort in knowing that you can rely on someone, in this case the AI, to be your mentor, tutor, or whatever, right? So to partner you in the augmentation of your mentoring process. Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, AST is also coming up with a mentoring chatbot. So just stay tuned. And once AST comes up with that chatbot, which they have been developing, we will have another AI mentoring assistant that we can use to support us in our mentoring process. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much again, Sea Fong, for all your sharing. But before we end today's session, what is one simple advice or something that you would like to share with our audience, especially the instructional mentors out there, with regards to using AI in augmenting their mentoring process?
It's simple. I mean, just don't be afraid, don't be shy to ask. All right, you ask and it will be given. So again, at the end of the day, is it something that you really meets your expectation? If it doesn't, then no need to worry about it, right? In fact, the process becomes even richer if you come together with your mentee and then look at the output, and then after that you can have your own views on whether this will make sense or not. I think it has been a rich journey for me, so much so that my mentee is really looking forward to our mentoring session. In fact, he was the one who said that since we are not meeting because of our exam, can you come up with something so that I can reflect on and then we can discuss? So it has become like he really wants it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
So maybe let me just also share what I have learned from your sharing today. So I think the most important thing that I hear is that the human connection during the mentoring process is the most important thing, and that we as instructional mentors, we should be grounded first,
Yes.
okay, in the mentoring principles, the mentoring processes, as well as the mentoring language that is being espoused by
Yes.
and encouraged by AST.
That's right.
And number three is that we should not FOMO.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In terms of using the AI mentoring assistant in our mentoring, yeah, because if we go back to the key principles, right, it is the human connection.
That's right.
As well as the mentoring skills and principles that we use during the conversations that we have with our mentees that is more important.
Yeah.
But having said all this, if we are able to use the AI wisely, the entire experience of our mentees during the mentoring process will be enhanced.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hear from you that he feels more energized.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because whatever issues that he has, shared with you, you are able to support him with more immediate effect.
That's right. That's right.
And he feels that he's able to taste success faster during his teaching and learning.
Yeah, one last point is the objectivity that I forgot to mention, right? Because in the past, it's like always like, oh, okay, you are the mentor, you say, that kind of thing. Sometimes people may not quite like it, but this time around you have like, hey, the third person, let's take a look, this is what AI suggested. What do you think, right? So it's, I guess with the current generation, the younger teachers, I think they were, they grew up with that kind of like wanting their opinion to be heard a bit more than our generation. We were more used to being told by people. So I think that serves the objectivity very well. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Mentoring is always a conversation. Yeah. So the guidance that we provide is definitely more important. Than just simply telling our mentees what to do.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so that ends our episode today. And we'd like to thank Sea Fong so much once again for sharing his insights and experience in using AI, all right, to augment his mentoring process. And we hear that his mentee is actually benefiting from it. And ultimately, our students has benefited from this entire process itself as well. So if you like today's episode, do give a like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye. Yay!